If I walked into your house right now, I could predict your financial future in less than 2 minutes. And the scariest part? Maybe you wouldn't like what I was going to find. Because there are silent signs within your home that are destroying your productivity, your energy, and even your prosperity every day, without you realizing it. And today, you're going to find out what they are before it's too late. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe the problem isn't a lack of money, but rather the way you live inside your own home? It sounds harsh, I know. But the truth is that an environment without organization, full of excesses and without order, it may be draining your energy, sabotaging your productivity and pushing away his prosperity without you even realizing it. And the worst part is it happens every day, silently, while you think it's just a mess. Now answer me honestly, how is your space today? Does your home convey inner peace, or does it generate stress? Does it exist mental clarity, or does everything seem confusing and out of place? Because it's impossible to have an organized life when your environment is in disarray. The way you care for your space directly reflects your mentality, your level of discipline, and even your self-control. It's not about perfection, it's about direction. What almost no one tells you is that there is a direct connection between cleaning, maintenance, minimalism, and happiness. When you eliminate excess, you practice detachment and begins to value the essential. Something changes inside you. More emerges. Focus, more efficiency, more lightness. It's as if your mind finally has space to breathe and act with precision, and this impacts everything: your decisions, your routine, your results. But here's the twist: you don't need money, nor a perfect house, to transform your reality. What you need are new habits, applied with consistency within your routine. Small actions, taken every day, have the power to completely change your relationship with space and, consequently, with your life. That's how you build a true life estelique. Quality of life. And that's exactly what you're about to discover: the 7 habits that can transform your home into a place of balance, control, and growth. Simple, yet extremely powerful habits that, when applied correctly, can reorganize not only your home, but your entire life. There is a direct and often overlooked link between organization, productivity, and happiness. It's not just about having a beautiful house, it's about creating an environment that promotes your performance and well-being. When everything is out of place, your mind also becomes scattered, without focus, and with low energy, and then you try to produce, make decisions, evolve. But it always seems like you're stuck. On the other hand, when you build an organized home, something changes almost instantly. You feel lighter, your mind gains mental clarity, and their actions become more precision. This happens because external factors directly influence your internal state. It's as if your brain finally finds space to function more efficiently. Efficiency, without unnecessary noise or distractions. And here is an important point: this doesn't depend on luck or talent, but on habits. Point 1: organized life. It stems from small, repeated actions with discipline and consistency. It's in everyday life, in your routine, that you build more control, more balance, and more inner peace. And when that happens, your quality of life improves, and that prosperity, it ceases to be a distant desire and becomes a natural consequence. When you observe Swiss culture, one thing immediately stands out: everything works with a precision, almost absurd. But this doesn't happen by chance. There's a very strong basis for it. Organization, discipline, and respect for space. There, every detail matters. From train schedules to how a kitchen is maintained, everything follows a standard of order, which makes life easier and increases efficiency in it day by day. But the most interesting thing is that this isn't limited to work or industry. This pattern extends into the home. Cleaning, a maintenance, constant and careful attention to environment are part of routine from people. It's not something heavy or forced, it's natural, almost automatic. And this generates a powerful effect: less stress, more mental clarity, more focus, and a continuous feeling of control about one's own life. Another strong point of this culture is respect for essential. There is no excess without purpose. Minimalism, that's not a trend, it's a practice. Detachment, it is part of building a organized life where each object has a function and meaning. This reduces distractions and saves space. Energy. And creates more space for what really matters. And when you live like that, the productivity it increases naturally along with happiness and quality of life. There is a silent, yet extremely powerful, relationship between your environment and your emotional state that you may notice when the house is messy, your mind gets messy too. It's lacking. Focus, anxiety remains, and energy, it always seems low. This happens because the brain is constantly trying to process that excess of visual information, which impairs the mental clarity, and you control emotional. On the other hand, when you enter a space with order, cleaning, and a feeling of simplicity, your body responds instantly. You breathe better, you think more clearly. Precision and feels a kind of inner peace automatic. It's not a fad, it's the natural functioning of the human mind. A clean and organized environment reduces unnecessary stimuli and increases your efficiency mental. And that's exactly why investing in yours is important. Organized home, it's also about investing in yourself. Personal development, you create an environment that fosters good decisions and strengthens your mentality and brings you closer to a life with more balance, productivity and happiness. And from here, something even more practical begins: the habits that underpin all of this in everyday life. This is the simplest habit and one of the most ignored. The rule of the return journey says this: you used it, you return. Simple as that. It seems basic, but this is where the true success is born. Organization, when you don't put things back in their place, you start to break them. Order. And this quickly turns into accumulated clutter. In practice, this means creating fixed points within your environment: keys always in the same place, shoes in the same space, objects with a defined destination. This reduces waste. Energy increases its efficiency and brings more mental clarity in your daily life. You stop wasting time searching for things and start having more time. Control about your routine. And here race where the magic happens: when this habit becomes automatic, you start living in a organized home effortlessly. This strengthens your discipline, improves your productivity, and creates a constant feeling of inner peace. Small gesture, big impact, and it paves the way for the next step. Now comes the part that many people avoid: attachment. Surgical disposal consists of eliminating everything that is not needed. Essential, it's not about throwing everything away, but rather making choices with conscience and precision, because excess cannot be organized. Excess must be removed. When you accumulate things you don't use, you're also accumulating emotional baggage. This affects your mentality, reduces its mental clarity, and it hinders your productivity. But when you practice the minimalism, your home gains space, and so does your mind. More lightness, more focus, more energy for what really matters. A practical way to start is simple: choose a small space and separate it into 3 groups: frequently used, occasionally used, and not used. What you no longer need needs to go. This improves your organization. Quality of life, strengthens your self-control, and creates a solid foundation for a organized life. Here race, a straightforward truth: putting off cleaning is what destroys your organization. Micro-cleaning is the opposite of that. It's about cleaning in the moment, in small gestures within your home. Routine: if you make a mess, clean it up. If you use it, organize it. No clutter. This habit increases your efficiency in an absurd way. What would take hours for a deep clean becomes minutes spread throughout the day. Furthermore, you maintain the environment always pleasant, which directly contributes to your inner peace and its productivity. Over time, this transforms into automatic discipline. You don't even think anymore, you just do it. And the result is a organized home with less effort, more balance, and much more quality of life. And when you realize this, you begin to understand the power of small habits. Even a clean house can generate stress if it's visually cluttered. Visual silence is about reducing excess stimuli in your home. Environment: fewer objects in sight, more simplicity and more order. Each item on display demands your brain's attention. When there are many, your energy disperses, focus decreases, and the mental clarity it disappears. Visually cleaner space brings calm and improves your efficiency and increases your feeling of control. In practice, this means putting away what is not used daily. Leaving surfaces clear. Valuing the essential. This strengthens the minimalism, improves your mentality, and transforms your organized home in a true haven of inner peace. The way you enter your home sets the mood for your space. The ritual of entering is a simple habit that creates order right from the first contact with the environment. Take off your shoes, put away your belongings, and organize everything upon arrival. This prevents the chaos of the street from invading your home. You create a clear separation between the outside and the inside, increasing your mental clarity and your feeling of control. It's a small gesture that directly impacts your energy and its inner peace. When this becomes routine, your home welcomes you back ready to go, and not as another source of stress. This strengthens your discipline, improve your productivity, and contributes to a true quality of life. Broken things drain your energy. Even if you don't realize it. A maintenance preventive action is the habit of solving small problems before they become big ones. It's about acting with precision and don't let it accumulate. A stuck drawer, a dripping faucet, all of this affects your mentality and your feeling of control. When you resolve things quickly, you maintain the order and avoids future stress. That sufficiency in practice. Creating this habit strengthens your self-control, improve your discipline, and maintains its organized home working perfectly. And that directly reflects on your productivity and in your balance. You only truly rest when you have no pending issues bothering you. Planning for rest involves ending the day with the house in order. Order small actions before bed make all the difference. This improves your mental clarity, reduces anxiety, and increases your inner peace. You wake up in a ready-made environment, which improves your productivity right at the first hours of the day. It's a simple but extremely powerful habit. It strengthens your routine, your consistency, and raises its quality of life in a practical and immediate way. Success doesn't come from large, isolated actions, but from small ones. Habits repeated with consistency. It's these details that build a organized life and full of balance. Every small action strengthens your discipline, improves your focus, and increases its efficiency over time. This generates visible results in your productivity and in its prosperity. And the most interesting thing is that you start to realize you have more control about his life, more than he imagined. Everything starts small, but grows strong. That attachment, it's not about losing, it's about making better choices. When you focus on essential, your life gains more simplicity and more mental clarity. The minimalist reduces distractions, increases your focus, and improves your energy. You begin to value what truly matters. This transforms your mentality, improve your quality of life, and create space for a life with more balance and happiness. A organization, it is a direct tool for increasing productivity. When everything is in its place, you save time, reduce stress, and improve your efficiency. Furthermore, it creates a constant feeling of inner peace. You live in an environment that fosters good decisions and maintains your energy stable. This directly impacts your quality of life, your mentality, and its capacity to grow. A discipline is born in routine. It's not motivation, it's repetition. It's the small daily habits that build a more fulfilling life. Control. When you maintain consistency, your mind adapts. What was difficult becomes automatic. This improves your productivity and strengthens its self-control. And little by little, you build a solid foundation for living with more balance, efficiency, and purpose. Your environment, it shapes who you become. One organized home, it directly influences your mentality, your focus, and their actions. When you change the space, you also change your way of thinking. This generates more mental clarity, more energy, and more control about his life. And that's when the real transformation happens. You stop reacting to life and start intentionally building a reality with more prosperity, happiness, and quality of life. Now tell me, are you going to continue living on autopilot, or are you going to start taking charge, control how much more about your space and your life? How many times have you felt that you could produce more, live better, have more inner peace? But what if something seemed to be holding you back? What if that something is right around you, inside your own home? The truth is simple: small habits, applied with consistency, these habits have the power to completely transform your reality. You don't need to change everything today, but you need to start. Which of these habits can you apply today? What's stopping you from taking that first step? If this content resonated with you, then don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep following along. Because your transformation begins with knowledge but only happens with action.